Pokemon Sleep has the best meta of any video game because each of our individual accounts has its own metagame based on the unique collection of Pokemon that each of us has caught. And what makes Pokemon Sleep so exciting, besides the fact that it's a video game that you can literally play in your sleep, and that you can take something that you were going to do anyway every night and turn it into a min-max strategy, is that on any given morning, the meta of your game could be completely rocked. Any morning could be the morning that you catch something game-changing, something that would change how you prioritize and strategize about your Pokemon Sleep account forever. You could wake up, literally drop a single Pokebiscuit, and then never play Pokemon Sleep the same way again. Of course, between those rare special mornings, you will spend endless days chucking valuable in-game resources into a black hole. But all along the way, you'll know that it's worth it because you'll keep telling yourself that you're having a great time. Happy screen time and thank you for subscribing for Pokemon Sleep Rotom Foolery. If you're new here, I'm Iben Brown. I've been playing Pokemon Sleep for 2 years, and I would call myself something of an expert. Not because I'm on YouTube, but because the game literally has granted me access to expert mode, which is where I spend my time these days. This is Snorlax. Wait. This is Snorlax. Hey guys. I got a Snorlax. Anyway. This is Snorlax. And these are my berries for expert mode this week. We're gonna first talk about my strategy for expert mode this week. Then we'll talk about how I'm going to transition from expert mode weeks and how I'm going to be thinking about that into the next expert mode week, because you can't really plan that well. Then we'll do my New Moon Day sleep session, and then we'll look at the Pokemon that I caught this past week, and at least the stuff that I remembered not to transfer, because I keep forgetting and just transferring stuff and then immediately going, oh, like, I should have kept it to show people that I'm playing the game. Whatever. Cherry Berry, Duranberry, Persimberry, better known as Fighting type Pokemon, Grass type Pokemon, and Normal type Pokemon. Now, excuse me. The field lineup is what this is called, apparently. So Cherry Berry is the main berry, Fighting type Pokemon. I don't have a lot of Fighting type Pokemon. Woo! Look at those sausages. That thing just got me 16 sausages. Oh, and Blastoise got me 2 berries. It was berry fighting S. That means it only held 1 time. Okay. This is the team I'm running right now. I am currently working on trying to make this meal if we can get milk. This meal, if we can, I mean, we'll be able to get the leeks if we want to. That's actually what the strategy of this week became all about. Okay, if you didn't know, there's a little button up here that you can click up below your strength that says Expert Mode Effects List, and it will tell you, here's what's going on in your Expert Mode account. So, Fighting type Pokemon helping out at 10% faster, which basically means helping speed increase. Their main skill levels are boosted by 1, whatever. Each time they help, this next one you're going to see also applies to grass and normal type Pokemon. Okay, sorry. Normally I'd pause, but man, I had an itch my nose. And we're doing this one take thing, so forgive me. Yeah. Each time a helper Pokemon brings you ingredients as it regularly would, it will have 1 extra, and helper Pokemon with ingredient specialty will sometimes have 2 extra, so not every time. Now this bonus could be a 2.4 times berry strength rather than just the 2 2.0 times that we normally have. It could also be a higher skill trigger rate of 1.25% chance more likely to skill trigger. But I think the ingredient one is the worst one that you can possibly get. At least that's my opinion, having had it 2 weeks in a row now. So how do we do this? Here's the problem with this berry set. Where is Gardevoir? Where is Wigglytuff? Where is Palmont? I can't run any of those, right? Well, I can. The only problem is, if you want to run them, they will be 15% slower. So if they're really, really good, they're still going to trigger. They're just not going to trigger like the normal amount. They're going to trigger 15% less times. Okay, they're going to help 15% less times because they're 15% slower, but within that 15% is probably a skill trigger, maybe a skill trigger and a half on a good day, or it has no effect, right, for these skilled specialists. Anyway, didn't stop me from running a healer this week. Let me talk to you about the team that I ran for most of the week. This is part of my current plan. Okay, let's see. I actually don't have any environment to talk through this that's currently set up for this. So, I'll just do this. Snorlax's favorite berries. You can just click this, click OK, and you can see, if we sort by RP, who our top people are. Now, when I see Grassberry, immediately I think, oh, gonna run Sceptile. This thing is going to work during a Grass Week in Expert Mode. The next thing I think is, I don't have a Fighting Berry specialist. Wait a minute, what was the other berry? Normal? I don't have a normal berry specialist, but I do have Basil, who is a fast berry finding-esque Pokemon, and probably eventually we'll have this one that we talked about in a previous video, who would be even faster than Basil. Basil? Does anyone know how to pronounce the name of my own Pokemon? Anyway, as you can see here, we have a lot of ingredient specialists that we could draw on. The only problem is we got desserts and drinks. So let me tell you about how many potatoes you need for top recipes and desserts and drinks. Basically none. Honey, we can get honey. The only problem is, guess who also gives us honey? Basil gives us honey sometimes, and enough to cover meals this week, it turned out. Stardew is tomato potato. Cobel is tomato tomato. I don't need any of those ingredients. The only thing of those top producers that I needed this week was ginger, and although this could have given me 3 and 4 ginger at a time, I did not run Cecilia very much this week. I did, and you can see that I'm running now, run Hostess, but primarily I'm running Hostess because of helping bonus. Basically, oh, okay, sorry. I skipped over the MVP of the week. What we decided was, look, if we have a helping speed boost to fighting Pokemon, if we're getting extra ingredients, the best thing that I could run this week is Quaquaval. And why is that? Because anytime Quaquaval gives us leaks, it's either going to be 3 leaks, 4 leaks, 5 leaks, or 6 leaks. That's because when it finds 2 leaks, it's going to have +1 or +2. When it finds 4 leaks, it's going to have +1 or +2. So this is like leaks on demand, kind of. I mean, it's not exactly that, but it feels like you're just printing, you know the phrase printing money? It feels like you're printing leaks, and it kind of works because it's the same color scheme. Anyway, desserts and drinks, we were making a lot of Zing Zap Spice Cola this week. Gardevoir is on the team doing apples along the way. We're getting warm in ginger. I'll explain how in a second. Rousing coffee, we had overstocked from the week before. I don't remember why we ended up with so much coffee after last week, but for a lot of the week they were carrying us. So the good news is we have a coffee farmer now. I guess I should let you guys know that Valentino is now level 60. I went ahead and dropped some handy candies and just made that happen. So we can get coffee now. But here's something that I want to call out. Helping bonus times 3 is a 15% boost to what class? A 15% boost to helping speed. So if you are running in slot 1 on your team, helping okay, wait. On this team that I'm using right now, in slot 2 we have a Pokemon with helping bonus. In slot 4, a Pokemon with helping bonus, and in slot 5, a Pokemon with helping bonus. That means that even though there's a 15% penalty to helping speed on Gardevoir, Gardevoir's actually running normal right now. Minus 15 plus 15. And so is Oreo in the first slot. So helping bonus is actually really great in expert mode. It was already great before, but in expert mode, if you can get 3 helping bonus Pokemon on the team, then anything else on the team is running like normal. Now, it doesn't help, like Valentino is still running right now at, well, okay. It's running as normal as if it didn't have helping bonus is probably the easiest way to think about it. But essentially it's still running at a minus 5% thing for what it's normally producing, because its helping bonus wouldn't count on itself if I was like running things in Rain X. Anyway, think about what team you have where, especially if you're going to be doing an ingredient strategy with expert mode, look at the Pokemon that have helping bonus and try to run those when you're needing ingredients, or in my case also this week when I was needing to expand the pot, because I only have 1 pot expander and it is my Glaceon, which doesn't match Berry, so it also has that penalty. But anytime I could be running Glaceon with helping bonus Pokemon, it could be running like a normal Glaceon. Anyway, you get the idea. I made a lot of meals this week. I got a crazy amount of lucky crits early week on Clodsire Eclairs and on Zing Zap Spice Cola. I don't remember exactly which meal and which time, but I do know that on Monday I got 1 crit. On Tuesday, well, I had run the Skittles team to get some help with getting a crit early week, but I only ran it overnight Sunday. I was not planning on running it throughout the week and trying to get crits. I got 2 full odds of meal crits on Tuesday of the top meals, and that set me up really well for this week. Anyway, I wasn't thinking I was gonna get Master 3 after running the numbers in Rain X, but as you can see, we have not made lunch yet. We are less than 100,000 away from Master 3, which means we will get one of these rare Total Dial instances that you can only get in Green Grass Expert Mode, because the other Total Dial instances you get in Siam Beach. Okay, I have to actually remember this. When we go through this sleep session, I should try to catch 2 Pokemon, and I should try to use 4 biscuits to get those handy candies, because I do not want those missions carrying into tomorrow. Okay, let me check my notes and make sure I hit everything that I was going to tell you guys. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what I'm going to tell you guys. I'm on track for Master 3. Didn't think I was going to get it. Okay, here's something to note of... Oh. I didn't actually tell you the strategy because I didn't have any of these set up. Here we go. The first team slot, Sceptile. Second team slot, Basil. Third team slot, Healer. And then switching out Ingredient Specialist, Pod Expanders, and a second Healer periodically to just keep everyone up and running. And it worked out. This actually worked out really great. So although Sceptile barely brings in ingredients, at least when it did bring in coffee, it was bringing in 3 at a time. My Basil was also bringing in 2 cacao or 4 honey at a time, right? I really liked getting that ingredient synergy. I think that once I have more berry and skill Pokemon up at level 60, that I'm going to like these ingredient boost weeks even more. But for now, it doesn't feel great. I've been using all my ingredients. I mean, I've been pot expanding for basically every meal this week. The problem with that is that you use a lot of ingredients. So here's my plan for the rest of the day. I need to get milk. If we can get milk, then we can make 1 more Clodsire Eclair. That should take us to Master 3, or at least close enough. I mean, I guess I could just go get the Zingzap Leeks and just... Point being, once we make the next meal, lunch, and we put ourselves in that Master 3 range, and I'm only doing that because I'm there, so I might as well. I'm not really worried about hitting Master 3, but because it's Total Isle Incense, guys, so I don't need a Total Isle Incense. Point is, escaping me because I forgot what I was gonna say. Point is, okay, we won't need, okay, get Master 3, whatever, we're getting it, or we're on track to get it. I'm hoping to spend the rest of the day running my top ingredient specialists for those matching berry types, because they're gonna get extra ingredients. So I might as well just overstock on all the things that are easy to overstock on going into the new week. So we'll stick in Quaquaval and we'll just get a bunch of Leeks. We'll stick in Cecilia, we'll get a bunch of potatoes. We will stick in, I mean, who else are my matching and boosted ones? Oh wait, you can actually say also who is ingredient specialist. We'll overstock on honey, we'll overstock on some tomatoes, and you can see that I'm already overstocking on some sausage, primarily running this for the helping bonus right now, but this is bringing 3 or 4 corn, or it's bringing 7 or 8 sausage, and you saw when I turned it on, it brought 8 sausage twice in a row. I haven't been paying attention to what the rates are for how often it finds 1 or finds 2, but I feel like it's finding 2, at least from my experience this week of not tracking it. I feel like more often it was finding 2 than finding 1. That could be some kind of bias that I don't know what the term is for, but that's how it felt this week, and I wouldn't lie to you about it. Anyway, what do we give me some milk. Ugh, give me some milk. I want to get the Clodsire Eclairs in. Okay, here's the other thing that I wanted to mention before we do the sleep session. One of the things that I like to do when I play Pokemon Sleep is run a team for strength during the day, make sure that that team is fully healed, then only run the Pokemon that I want to put experience on at night, so that I'm not running lower quality Pokemon all day and sacrificing strength. The other strategy that I will do, I guess more often now, I mean that's kind of the way I used to do it, the way that I tend to do it now is put multiple healers on at night with something that needs healing but that's still strong, so in the morning I get a bunch of energy for everyone triggers and my healers stay very healed, and my Pokemon that I need healing on stay healed, and they're also still providing strength, and I have several fully or close to fully invested healers. Oh, come on, Blastoise, what the heck? To get us that. But this week I tried something a little different and it worked pretty well. but it's going to take some preparation to make it work again in the future. So here's what that strategy looks like. At night, I was running this team, which, if you are not aware, is several ingredient specialists, but these 4 Pokemon here all have Charge Energy S, which means they are self-healing. So, in the morning when I'd wake up, I tended to find that most of these would have a skill trigger, and then I'd also get a trigger or a double trigger from Wasabi. Now, Wasabi is not my main Gardevoir. This is my old one. Oh, sorry, I meant to long click it. Did you know you can do that? Wasabi is I invested too early because then I caught Noelle Gardevoir. But where Wasabi is really good is because it is not to level 50 yet. It is not running Berry Finding S. And then it also has a little bit of extra inventory, so it's more likely to get the 2 skill triggers overnight compared to my normal guard. So this is the one that gets to run in the night with all of these things that also can heal themselves, and without putting any energy from healing on these guys. You can look at their energy. I mean, Wasabi, actually I did put healing on this morning because it was low even after its trigger. But I want to get Wasabi back up to like 150. But all of these guys did fine. They didn't need energy after running in the night. And we're always kind of in the range they are now every morning, or they were maxed even higher because Wasabi would double trigger. Anyway, that meant that in the night we were getting coffee, getting cacao, getting ginger, getting apples. Those were things that we needed to be making our dishes. So I'm not worried about having inventory on them, if you know what I mean. Actually, some of these probably do have inventory, but I didn't worry about it, if you know what I mean. Okay, he has inventory. That's pretty good. Archibald will get inventory eventually. Anyway, so getting the ingredients overnight for things that were going to be valuable for us and we didn't have to run in the daytime. In the daytime, we want to be switching things out. In the nighttime, we're stuck because I'm sleeping. I don't know about, maybe you're not sleeping, but it's part of the game. If you're not sleeping, then you should try it. It's great for your health, and I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite things I do every night. Okay. So that strategy allowed me to still be productive at night, not have to worry about the energy, but because none of our energy for everyone healers matched on Berry, I had plenty of days this week where we were struggling for energy. So what I need to do is, after I spend some time, well, I'm either going to do this first or second, but after oh look, this is actually the team of ingredient things that I want to run to overstock on. But what I'd like to do is either maybe after I start my sleep session tonight, I don't know, at some point today, stick on all my E for E healers at the same time on one team, and hopefully even with the speed penalty, let them all hit each other so that they are all overhealed themselves. And that will enable me to hopefully not, I mean, the example I have here is Wasabi, who started the week off at 150, is spent the week on this team with the other ingredient specialists, but did not end up very extra healed. And so if I have to do this again next week with expert mode, she's starting at a disadvantage, right? I could just put another E for E. I mean, I could put Wigglytuff in there, whatever. The goal, though, would be to run that Mon and to have lots of healing options, but not let the healer get into a bad situation, because if the healer is already slow and then its energy goes down and it's not triggering, then you're digging yourself into a healing hole, a heal hole. Anyway, hopefully that'll make sense. I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but once I make this next meal, the goal will be overstack ingredients, overheal specifically on my healers, and that's how I'm probably going to end every Sunday going in. Well, okay, at least the Sunday where I have the ingredients boosted. I guess I don't know if I would. Okay, definitely going to be trying to get the healers overhealed so I can run my daycare strategy more often in a week. I had 2 nights this week that I had to put the healing on, not the Pokemon that I wanted to put the experience on and the sleep powers on. So anyway, let's do our sleep session. Been talking too much. Did you know we are on sleep session 755? We are going to be coming up on, I guess I should look at when the anniversary of this channel is, but I feel like it's soon. I don't remember when the Suicune event was, but that's when this started. Slumbering. Alright, what do we get? It's like, what could appear here? Oh, we're on Greengrass Isle, so it could be anything that's slumbering from anywhere, basically. I am not paying attention to what is slumbering. I don't know. I don't remember all of these things. Okay. Well, no shinies, so what's the point of having a shiny boost? Ba-ding! You studied all the gathered Pokemon. Now, okay, wait, what do we need to do? Oh, nothing is hungry. We want to catch 2 Pokemon for the mission. Okay, I actually don't care if we catch 2 Pokemon for the mission. I'm more worried about using 4 biscuits for the mission and then rolling the mission into next week. So if I... Ooh, okay. Rufflet. Berry Burst stock. Okay, we need to use all of these biscuits. What would I rather have? An Alolan Vulpix or a Rufflet? Or a Milk Farmer? No, we're gonna go for the Rufflet. I feel like that's gonna be the harder hunt to get moving. I do want a Milk Farmer though. I still only have a temporary Milk Farmer. Okay, that's 2 biscuits. And then this is gonna be odd. I'm literally spending 2 biscuits for... The way that I look at this is I'm spending 2 biscuits in exchange for 3 handy candies, which I'm spending 200 sleep points. I don't know, maybe it's not worth it, but we're gonna give 1 biscuit to a Squirtle, and then next time a Squirtle comes hungry, we'll be able to catch up with 2 Poke Biscuits, or if it doesn't, we'll just catch up with a Premium Biscuit. We'll give the other one to a Alolan Vulpix and put it in the same situation. Of course, one of those is now going to show up shiny probably, because the game will like to say, you are wasting your biscuits, but hey, if it shows up shiny, at least I'll finally have a shiny Squirtle. Anyway, I was just thinking, the reason that I feel less inclined to go for the Vulpix is because I actually have a really good shiny Cantonian Vulpix that we caught, right? And it's going to need candies that I don't have, so the Alolan one's going to have to wait anyway. Anyway, that's our sleep session today. Let's go check out that Rufflet, and let's go look at some of the other catches I've had from this past week. What the heck? Why is there a blank photo? What's the best candy to send out? Probably Vulpix. Yeah. Dream Shards. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna do some math. 4, carry the 1, 52,000 Dream Shards. That's what I like about Extra Mode. I can't believe that those 7 spawns got us that. Timid, is that a good nature? It's not. If you want to memorize all of the natures, maybe we'll make a video on this one day. But the easiest one to remember is timid, because it sucks. Okay, let's go look at some of the things that we caught this week. And we'll close it out with our rufflet. This past Monday. So, in my recording schedule, I've been recording Monday nights and doing the last sleep session of the week on these videos with you guys. But I decided, well, I should just start recording on Sundays because I just have more time and it gives me time to think about stuff more. Plus, Monday, go back to work. At the end of the day, I'm tired and sometimes I don't want to record, but I'm also like, I kind of want to make these videos still because I'm enjoying the journey with you guys. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for watching this far into the video. I had a top belly Eevee on Monday morning on my Sunday night session. Why did I get it? Oh, okay. Probably gonna get a shiny tomorrow. Check this out. Skill trigger S, helping speed S, helping speed M, helping bonus. Speed of help down, timid, experience gains up. In case you didn't know what timid was, so this Eevee will take a hit on speed for a little while in its life while it levels up faster than other things, and then it will evolve into a, tell me what you think this should be. I really want to get a shiny Umbreon because that is my favorite shiny. I don't think this should be an Umbreon. I feel like this should be something that could leverage 3 helping speed subskills and a skill trigger M that I'd be willing to turn this into. So what would you want to make this? Maybe this is our Espeon, a green Espeon. Maybe this is, I probably don't want another Vaporeon, a Flareon. Flareon shiny sucks, right? So do we really want that? Anyway, very cool looking Eevee. Maybe it should just stay an Eevee. No, that's basically like making it worse than a Vaporeon. No. Tell me what you think. What would you want to see with this? I don't really want to make it a Jolteon. Maybe I'm just talking myself into it should be an Espeon, right? Tell me what you think in the comments. Really wish I had caught that with you guys. Next night, caught a Growlithe. A Growlithe that has skill level up M and helping speed S. That has skill trigger M late. And that's also timid, which is experience gains up and speed of help down, if you didn't know. Now, this will be a great Growlithe at level 75 and with a mint. But until then, what I like about this Growlithe is that on like a skill week where we get everything boosted skill-wise with fire Pokemon, this thing is going to be triggering very high. Not the number of triggers, but the skill level is already boosted. Anyway, that's the only reason it got to stick around. Shuppet. Skill trigger S, skill level up S. Speed of help up would be great if this was a skill specialist. A low budget charge strength S Shuppet. Fortunately, it's a berry specialist, so it's going to get transferred. Metapod. When I was catching this Metapod, I thought, maybe this is the morning that I get a berry finding S helping bonus Metapod. Inventory up L, skill trigger M, skill trigger S. It's another skill specialist. And if you didn't know, the skill trigger rate on Butterfree, Metapod, Caterpie is like one of the worst skill trigger rates in the game. So even having those sub skills have barely any effect on making the skill trigger actually happen more. Anyway, I had that thought this could be the morning. This could be when I have it. And then that's when I actually started drafting up the cold open that you saw at the front of this video. But it is obviously not that. But what's exciting is that the next day I got this Swablu. Helping bonus, berry finding S at 50, and a speed of up nature, naughty by nature, if you didn't know. I need you to go because I need to finish my video. What? Can I come help you when I'm done? Okay, try turning the game off and on again. Sorry. We're playing Lego Incredibles in the other room while Dad records his YouTube videos. And my solution was to try turning it off and on again. Anyway, did you guys see this Swablu? Did you have some time to process? I usually record at night when can't get interrupted, but anyway. Helping bonus and berry finding S is very exciting. I'm a little disappointed that I already started investing in iCloud, who when we caught back in September, we thought this is a great Altaria, and it's not wrong, berry finding S and speed of help up, but you know, helping bonus would make this a lot better. So sorry iCloud, we caught iCloud Plus. And this is what's going to get my investment and prep for, what's it called? Oh, there's the reset button I'm looking for. It's up at the top. Amber Canyon. Anyway, here's another Caterpie, and I had the same thought process the next day. What if I caught a berry finding S and helping bonus Caterpie the day after I caught that Swablu? And I totally didn't. I also caught some other stuff that I transferred, and I don't remember what it was. I guess I could go look it up, but let's look at this rufflet. Can we catch something epic together today? Is today one of those days where you get something that disrupts the meta of your account forever? Probably not, because I got that Swablu a couple days ago, so... Ooh, berry finding S on a berry burst Pokemon is good. Can we get skill trigger? It might miss hit on the ingredient finder if we sub skill seed it, because inventory up L. Oh, timid nature. That's not great. If you didn't know, it's experience gains up, speed of help down. So this will need a mint, but berry finding S and skill trigger S might be the best rufflet option that we have. Let's just check real quick. Skill trigger S with speed of help up, but it doesn't have the berry finding. We'll need to run these in rain and X to find out. Oh, what? This one has berry finding S and main skill chance up. So, an experience gains down. So this one is basically as good as this one, except this one needs a mint and that one doesn't. So probably this one is still my best option, and it gets us a free main skill seed as well. So it just requires less investment. Now, here's another thing that Hexpert mode has me thinking about. Investment. Skill specialists are expensive. I know eventually you can get all the main skill seeds that you need, and if you're willing to spend more money on the game than I am, then you can buy your way to them in bundles and stuff too. But this is a discount rufflet, because we could use a silver seed to get it to skill level up. Anyway, I say that, but do you know what we haven't done? We haven't. I was expecting something else to pick up right there. We haven't used our silver seed on this guy yet to make him max, even though we were running this week. And why haven't we? Well, I have a silver seed that I got from my rewards. It's in my bag right now, and I'm sitting on 2 main skill seeds. If we look at my backlog of what I want to be investing in, okay, if I click the wrong button again, nothing's gonna happen, because it's just a misclick. Okay, gold seed backlog. These are things that I want to be investing in. Defib needs to get up to level 50. It's going to be getting the benefits of the mini candy boost in the next couple days, and definitely can get up to level 50 with the amount of candies that I have. It needs a silver seed to get helping speed S to M. If I get an electric berry next week on expert mode, this is going to get that silver seed for sure. That's the priority. Although we're looking at the gold seed backlog right now. Want to get Treelol up to level 50 as well and give it a bunch of gold seeds. I also want to give this a bunch of gold seeds. And this is my, if we don't find a better Dedenne by the time we've used all the gold seeds on those other things, then this will get gold seeds. I realized that I had this buried in my box. Apparently I caught this May of last year, so that's before YouTube. So you guys didn't know about this one. Helping speed M, skill trigger S with the silver, oh, I guess cannot be seeded because it's locked at level 100, but still a very good Leafeon option that was going to require a lot. Oh wait, should I evolve my shiny one into a Leafeon? Listen, I know that the Leafeon shiny is a little underwhelming. All of the shinies in Pokemon Sleep look really good. It's like they were like, let's make a game where we actually make the shiny Pokemon look good. Anyway, you can see Sobi and Defib at the top of my silver seed backlog. I don't know why Leafeon's in there. I think I made a mistake. This is also going to be a pot expander, so that's probably a reason not to go after Flareon on my shiny one. The only thing that this would use a silver seed for would be to get Ingredient Finder S up to Ingredient Finder M. So that's just me not paying enough attention. I was gonna say, I'm never gonna find this in this list. Here it is, remove. It's just a gold seed candidate for a long-term investment. Anyway, that's where I'm at. We're gonna be expert moding again next week. If you found any of the tips valuable, please subscribe. Anybody who's already watched this long into the video and hasn't subscribed, why? I'm gonna take it personally at this point. But also, I'll just say, I know you. I used to be you. Before I was a YouTuber, I never subscribed to anybody. I didn't think it mattered. Well, guess what? It will matter to me. And thank you. Thank you for subscribing, everyone who has. And let's collect this mission reward because we went for it. I'm going to sacrifice 2,000 dream shards. If that reward was more compelling, I would have tried to catch another Pokemon. But we can get 2,000 dream shards on a one trigger from a Swalot now these days, so, or from a Lucario. Lucario can just give us that reward multiple times a day for doing nothing but putting it on the team. So anyway, oh wait, we got milk. Should we close the video making? I did not remember that I was that far away. We're gonna need a lot of milk. Let's do this again sometime. Happy researching.